When I got beat up in the house with the man in the shed and all his mates, 14 of the cunts, and when the cops got me, they said, "Well, stay in, what's happened to you?" I said, "I fell down some steps." He said, "There must have been big steps." I said, "There were the 199 steps at Whitby. Because Whitby's got 199 steps from the bottom to the top." It's just a joke, just the cops. What can you tell us where they're from, Brian? It could be that way, 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 it could be up, it could be down. I wouldn't give a statement. So, never made a statement in my life again. Never put anyone in jail in my life. Even then, when they tried to kill me, I never made a statement.
When you got attacked that time up onto the ramp to survive, did you think it was a signal for things to come in life? Now you think about it, back about it?
No, I just was more mad. They made me more mad. 10 days later, I was at the hospital. I was taxing again. I was just crazy then. So
I remember seeing you about 2 weeks after it happened, and you were in Redcar and you were on a futch.
Yeah.
And your eye was pooling, that wasn't it?
Yeah.
And I can remember the big hole in your leg.
Oh, it was huge, wasn't it?
And you were just still
laughing
going about like
a Terminator, wasn't it? I really thought it was a Terminator, but it really did happen. That all
yeah.
Paddy Conroy saying it never happened. It did happen. I mean,
everybody knows
it happened, but
everybody around here at the time, and there's still loads of people that are around still.
Every one of them in that house attacked me, all 12. I know every single name of them. I know nearly everyone where they live. I never said one thing to the police. I never grasped them. I even went to court and got them all off. So that did happen. That.
Yeah, it did. Certainly did.
I'd just like to tell you, yesterday while we were here, Mr. Boyle had it again. We know it was him. I was talking to Jamie Boyle about the book, and he started asking me questions. He said, "Well, tell the dick what really happened that night was such and such and such." Right? So I won't tell you the whole thing, who the person is. So Jamie Boyle started asking me questions. I thought, "Well, you're trying to trap me, the police here." I knew this, but 2 years ago. So closely stalker. It doesn't matter if it's him, it's him. I can tell it's him because it was him I told the story to. The only one in the world, and the God was him I told the story. I won't tell you the story. I told him misleading information. So he's recorded me. He's gone to the police. Historic police have come and asked me about murders in 1920, 24 years ago.
Yeah,
so
that's crazy, wasn't it?
24 years ago, they're asking me about, well, who was the biggest drug dealer? I said, well, I was. Who was the more good as I did? I said, I can't tell lies because it's all in my books. So he's tried to get me nicked again. This is about the 11th time he's at the police at my house, trying to set me up and saying I've been to his house with a knife to threaten his wife and his son with Terry Dicko, which is nonsense. We've got it all on the text stuff. And Rob Brenton said it's really serious now, the investigation on them. Absolute nonsense. There's no investigation on us whatsoever. I'd never do that to any kid or women. I've never been done for any assaults whatsoever. I've got dangerous driving on my record. I was a bare knuckle fighter and I attacked drug dealers, that's it. Nothing else. I never went to people's houses, I never stole, never burgled, never robbed anyone apart from drug dealers.
But they came round, so I'd
historic crimes, it's got never heard of it.
I cancelled the carers, right? So the next thing, 8 o'clock in the morning, there's a bang on the door. And I thought it was the carers, so I said, I've already cancelled yours, and then I've opened the door. And they said, oh, it's the police. And I went, what for? And they said, we're coming to speak to Brian. We thought it was about him again. Right, so yeah, they said it was from the historical crime unit. So then they're trying to talk to Brian, and Brian's laid in a hospital bed in the living room.
I've no sleep for 21 hours.
He's got he never had much clothing on, did you?
No,
just a sheet.
Yeah.
And they sat there expecting him to sit and talk to them.
From 24 years ago, and they're asking me these questions. They asked me the questions, the things I told Boyle, which I give him misinformation, which you do when you're a gangster, and to see, and I did it for 3 times. I gave him misinformation 3 times. It's come back. So he's a 100% snitch for the police. That's why he's getting off with everything. He's definitely a snitch. And everyone down in London, all the big guys who are friends down there, who are big players, so that's why they chased him. They know he's working with them. And even we talked about Barrister, who's 70 years old. He said, I've only seen this happen 3 times as a barrister in 35 years. He said, they're working with the police. And there are other people from Newcastle, Sunderland, everywhere saying the same. He's asking them questions, and what he's doing, even Paddy Conroy said on the thing, I wasn't talking to him, he was talking one of the shows of his rants. He said, listen, Brian and Terry, don't think Jamie hasn't been recording you when he's been talking to you on the phones and stuff. He's got all the information for the police, so anyone who's doing a book will be very, very careful. I'm not saying don't do the book, that's up to you, you be your own opinions. thought somebody's looking at me there. It's my shadow in the door.
I've just been watching a video Humbles has put out. Backtracking now. He doesn't know they went to Gang. No, he doesn't. And he never has known them. That's what I've been trying to tell people for a long time, man. He's doing this shit, but no, he's admitting it. He doesn't even know them. Since he watched my video. Got himself in a hell of a lot of trouble with a lot of people, for him and his family, for not even knowing them. It's exactly what I've been saying. He doesn't even fucking know them. He just wants people to think he's in with them. That's the impression that's been painted by him and Humphreys, putting him in the film and all the rest of the shit. Humbles needing money, man. I've explained to the police about Fergal what Furby tried to get him to do to Fergal. What I'm saying here is, that's the only thing Ginger and Furby disagreed on. What I'm saying is, the Metropolitan Police, and I've told the cops this, and meeting me in so many times, I tell them about Fergal and Furby meeting the Special Operations Units at the drive-in hospital, domestic terrorism, getting paid off them, and then he's deploying Ginger, Humbles, to carry out the dirty work against the fucking targets. That's cops distancing themselves from the dirty agent provocateur by getting one of the narcs to handle them instead of them specifically handling them this time. They've had him before. The guy's a dirty cunt. That's why they've got Furby handling them this time, keeping a distance from them. That's what intelligence do. When they know people like him are getting involved in the case, keep them away from us. Let them do his dirty work, but keep them away from us. And that's what's went on here. But they've been caught. And I've pointed it out. Setting people up. That's what they're doing. And then the cops, I tell the cops, and they're just sending ye's in to pick the pieces up at the end. After fucking people have been nicked and they've provoked and instigated fucking trouble between. I said that's what they've done with me. That's for sure. And the reason I keep mentioning it, even to the cops, in case anyone gets nicked over this, myself or anybody else, I'm gonna fucking, even if it's someone else gets nicked over this, I'm going to the court case to get involved. That's what I do, man. Even before I went to jail, I used to be at the court cases, helping everybody with their court cases. Never lost a case in my entire life, me. My last two cases, one was Bulls, one was Glovers. They both pled guilty to the judge. Before I even arrived at court, I was late. And I brought them away, both of them on different occasions, as this is. I brought them away from court with not guilties. This is after they pled guilty. So this is why I'm doing it as well, in case someone, any of the people who he's been trolling and instigating trouble with, Humbles, any of them, has been any amount of them. I tried to get involved in Joe Calbutton's case, but people didn't know what I'm good at here. They've got to trust you now, and these people didn't know that side of me. But what I'm doing is preparing a defence for whoever, me or whoever. If it's anybody he's fucking trolled who gets nicked here, I'm getting involved in the fucking court case. To make sure he's put in the fucking dock, because he's an intelligence fucking job, that ginger cunt. Don't let anybody kid you. Anybody would think Glover was an intelligence fucking job, would they, when he's fucking, even when he's killed Viv? Wouldn't think he was working for the intelligence at the highest level, would he? But he fucking was. That's what gangs on you, man. All these knocks and grasses, they're not all lily fucking white, you know. That's what I keep going on about Pizza Face, man. How is he? How are they going to get him out of that gun charge? If he's their man. There's their knock who's been sent in. They've got to at least, even if he was a wrongling like Burkett with a past, criminal past, which he's not, they would still, and he's been nicked with a gun while he's been on a mission for them, they would still do everything they could to look after him where they could. This is a system. So keep an eye on Pizza Face. He's got to get a minimum of 5 fucking years just for the gun charge. And then he's got all the attacks, what he's been on committing, where he's been trying to set up me and Brian. He's got to face him at some point yet, because Dogoyne and others on, and Tinfoil, and a number of other people on, and Ginger himself, aren't gonna let these attacks drop. So I don't know if I mentioned on my video this morning, as I was talking to the copper who, while we're watching me fucking car burn and the fire brigade were putting it out, he says, I watch all your videos. Must have been a local copper. He said, all my mates do too. He said, you wouldn't believe how many coppers watch your videos, Paddy. He says, you should make a film. I says, every interviewing officer so far has told us they watch all my videos too. But he was telling me a good bulk of my viewers are busies. Which I've always known. This is why I've got to be extra fucking careful on you, man. People wouldn't fucking believe it. Solicitors and coppers all watching your videos. Local ones. People didn't see that side of it. I've got to be careful with you.
But I know for a fact a lad went from the prison to the courts. Brian's told you this story as well, John. Right, so Brian's told you when that paperwork for that operation Lancet was took from the courts. Davy Glover has admitted it himself with the police, and Paddy was on that list at the top as well. He won't admit it. He was definitely on that list, along with many others people would be shocked in this area. And there's a lad who's just come out of a life sentence, he was young when he went in. I know that he's seen that paperwork as well, because we spoke on the phone while he was in jail. And I'm going to try and get hold of him or approach him to see he's still around, obviously, but he's not long out. I'm going to leave it about a month and I'm going to see if I can speak to him. But his name and Davy's name, but Davy admits it, and they're all on there. They've been paid police informers since they were really young, and the police knew a lot of the things they were doing and give them free rein to do so. And Paddy was named as, I can't think of the name, because they all had code names on the paperwork.
Well, David Glover's name was Adrian Scott. That was his pseudonym. I forget Paddy's. It's here somewhere. It's here somewhere. You're bang right in this.
I'll tell you what, my Brian, now that he's calling us a grass and he's got his info, fetch that paperwork that you're on about, that your friend stole at the police station regarding me, and I'll fetch the Hindle paperwork, and let's do it. Let's do a live with this paperwork between me and you. Cockerill, they got the arse for that. You fucking copper. Dirty fuck. And then gone on saying, I'm fetching witnesses on to back up my story, because the witnesses aren't happy about the different stories I've heard about that attack. When the only fucking person I've still not even spoken about it to this fucking day.
Paddy was on that list. Paddy was on that list at the top as well. Definitely on that list. He was definitely on that list, along with many others who would people would be shocked in this area.
What convinced you I was guilty of this offence? Speak on camera.
Paddy was on that list. Paddy was on that list at the top as well. Definitely on that list. He was definitely on that list.
It's no secret.